Hello everybody. Welcome on in. I'm Orion. We are back with some more Spell Brigade. Today we're going to be running a solo match today. We're not going to be doing co-op. We're just going to run solo, mainly because I've been trying to do co-op, not because I don't want to, even though we've had some troubles with co-op. It's been taking a while. It's the holidays. It's the day before Christmas when I'm recording this. It's taking a little longer to find a team. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a solo run today. We're going to run as Campanelli. I'm going to run the Phantom Blades. This is going to be a forward firing weapon only until we get it augmented. And we're going to try to get this one as strong as we can. We're going to try to get the extra projectiles. We'll get this to level 14 and we'll pick up some other spells. I don't really know which ones. But this is an interesting weapon because one, I hate forward firing weapons only. It's going to make the early game, I think, a little bit of a struggle because I'm going to have to stop and I'm going to have to face enemies and just shoot right at them. Oh, let's do base movement speed. But as soon as we can get the augment to make it shoot backwards, then I think we'll be in a much better position. This weapon it doesn't really fit my playstyle really either. So it'll be curious to see how well I can do with this one. Okay, well, we'll just get really fast. I generally, I like to move around quickly and just dodge enemies and then sort of have spells that I don't really need to specifically aim. Just spells that'll just kind of do their thing. Like that's why Scepter Mesh and Falling Stars, like that's why those are kind of my favorite spells because they're long range, they can kill a lot of enemies, and I don't really need to aim them. This spell I do. This spell you specifically need to at least in the beginning, I very specifically need to stop and turn and face the enemies. And it does make it a little bit more challenging to use. So obviously the first augment I'm gonna try to get is have it shoot backwards. That's gonna be a big priority here. And then for the next ones we'll get where it shoots extra projectiles. I would like to get all damaging augments on this too. Fire, lightning. Okay, let's do astral orbs. Let's go like mostly projectiles here, I guess. Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't want to say mostly projectiles because it's just going to depend what shows up. Like if Falling Stars shows up, I'm going to take that, although I guess that's kind of a projectile. But at least now I'll have something that can sort of just accurately fire at something. This is going to be a shortish run. I don't know, 3-4 waves. It's not going to be, this isn't going to be a long one. Okay, let's go get the crab. Because one, it's like I said, it's the day before Christmas, so I'm getting ready. I have a little bit of time to record a video, and then I'm going to go up to my dad's, and we're going to do Christmas there with him and my kids. And then tomorrow's Christmas, and then obviously I won't be recording on Christmas Day, so grinding it out the days before. Okay, perfect. Also, the spell your spell also casts behind you. That's exactly what I wanted right there. First option too. So now this is going to make it a little bit more usable for me. Now at this point, I don't necessarily know if I purposely too much try to like fire in front of me, because for the most part the enemies usually just kind of tail behind you. They don't really get in front of you too much. All right, let's do base damage. This weapon not having piercing either makes it a little bit... If this weapon had piercing, oh my gosh, that might be too strong. Because I get some of these other weapons, like none of these other weapons have piercing. Well, Magic Missile does, but a lot of these other weapons, they can get split projectiles, So I'm only, with this spell, you're literally only hitting what's literally right behind you or in front of you. Whereas if you have split projectiles, you can really get into the crowd a little bit. So that makes spells like this a little tougher to run. But it should make it, I assume it'll make it a good boss killer, sort of. If the boss is the one I'm hitting, then yeah, great. But if there's a line of enemies in front of us, then probably not so good. Okay, we'll do... Guess we'll do... No, I'm gonna... You know, I'm just gonna go all... Not all spells, but... Let's go less... Let's go less defensive stats this time again. This is, again, this is only a 3 or 4 wave run. I should be able to clear this without really needing too much defensive stats. And I don't have to worry about teammates using all my revives this time. If I lose, now it's on me. All right, let's do spell damage. I guess I'll kind of, I mean, I usually give all my spells a fair shake, at least in the level up department, because it is important to get the infusions on them. But yeah, augment wise, it's going to be very, very heavily favored toward, that's going to be a good one, towards my Phantom Blades. I am a little sad that we're going to have to wait still 30-something days for the next update for this game. Okay, let's do spell damage. I really liked the quick pace they were doing with this. I'm a big, big fan of smaller updates for early access games. But I hope they update. They haven't updated their roadmap either yet. I would love to see. I would kind of love to see what they have planned for the next update. Because they did say bigger updates are coming. So what does that mean? Does that mean we're gonna get like a new mage, new enemies, and new spells all in one update? You know, that's kind of what I would think. Because usually their normal updates at this pace were, you know, one new mage, a couple new spells, new relics, new enemies. Usually they would just put an update out for each of those individually. But now if they're going to do big updates, what is that going to entail? Okay, we'll do more Phantom Blades. So with Phantom Blades, I definitely want to get fire, lightning. Those are the 2 priorities here. If I can get double fire, good. Fire's number 1, lightning's number 2 on this list, I think. I'm not really too interested in getting acid or ice on this spell. Oh, here's this too. Yeah, let's get that. Okay, we'll take offense, defense. I have pretty good movement speed already. With that said, though, I'm not gonna take any more. I'm not gonna take any more of the defensive stuff, though. I'll just take the straight damage boost this is gonna give me. That's usually how I play this now, because I do think offense defense is a good item, but... Okay, so we're gonna do the cast an additional projectile. I'm glad I haven't had a reroll yet. What's my speed at? 48. It doesn't feel like it's 48. Ah, screw it. Oh, hilarious. The 2 I said I didn't want. Those were the 2 I said I didn't want. I didn't want oh man. I didn't want ice and I didn't want acid. And I got both of them. No, I'm not gonna take that armor. Oh man, that's horrible. I'm only taking ice because I do like having ice on at least one of my spells. I guess I don't necessarily... There's some that do better than others, but I want to kind of guarantee I get ice on something. So I guess in that situation, I'll take the ice over the acid. Yeah, I definitely don't feel like a 48 movement speed. It still feels... Maybe because I was so fast before. Okay, I need to get something that's gonna do... These are not the spells to do what I want them to do. We'll do broadsword. No. Yeah, we'll do broadsword. This build is gonna suffer from just not being able to penetrate into the horde. That's I can see this already. I really need to get I really need to get a scepter mesh or a falling stars for my next spell, or else I do think this build is going to struggle. Because I'm literally only going to be hitting the nearest enemies in front of me. I'm not going to have any good AoE. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough one. I really need to get something that's going to be able to get into that horde. Because it's just going to make it slower for everything. Slower XP gain, slower to kill. Alright, let's do... spell size. I might have to adjust a little bit on this, I might have to adjust slightly just for like a couple augments here to get astral orbs splitting, just so I can kind of get into that a little bit more. Okay, so let's seal the rift. We'll see what my next spell is. And then that'll kind of determine it. If I can get something like Falling Stars or Scepter Mesh or something, then I might not need to. But I can already tell this is going to be a rough build. I need to trigger this explosion. Man, that was not... Look at this. How I'm not going to be able to kill these guys at all. This is going to be a tough objective too. I just need to kind of get back in there though. Okay, I can get back up there. Oh great, now I got the beavers. Oh my goodness, this is... Woo-wee! Okay, let's do Phantom Blade cooldown. This is going to be the tough objective for this game. Look at all that. Look at all that. I can't touch him. I can't touch him at all. Ugh, I'm so close though. The exploders are going to be my main source of damage here. I don't know. I don't know. This is kind of my last shot here, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I don't think I'm running far enough away. I might have to sacrifice myself here to complete this. And even then, I don't know if that's enough. Wow. Yikes, Aroni. Alright. I guess we're just gonna... That's a huge bummer. Alright, we'll do spell size. This level 25 spell really needs to be... It's really, really gonna need to be something helpful here. Even a Necro Whirl or something, I don't know. I mean, I would prefer not Necro Whirl, but... Let's see how much XP was up here. Not as much as I was hoping. Okay, we'll do the base critical damage. Alright, Hex Bomb. We can do Rocky Road. Let's go with Rocky Road. That'll somewhat do what I need to do, but not as well as I was hoping with something like Falling Stars or Scepter Mesh would have done. But at least I'll get some damage in there, and now when the boss is following me around, you know, at least I'll have Rocky Road upgrades. I'm gonna have to upgrade Rocky Road a little bit more here. I'm definitely gonna have to upgrade Rocky Road. So Rocky Road and Phantom Blades are now my main objectives here. Okay, well, let's max you out. Please fire. Okay, cold fire, that's okay. Man, this crab needs to get out of this swarm. Let's trigger this explosion over here. Okay, well, at least we did that. I want to do some Rocky Road ones here. Like, I want to get the explosions or the crits, yeah. So let's start building up. I'm gonna shift over a little bit to Rocky Road for a second here. Rocky Road doesn't have a lot of augments, so I only need to take like 2 or 3 augments for this spell, and then I can kind of go back to my other ones. But if I don't, I can tell right now, if I don't start leveling up Rocky Road, it's gonna be a much rougher run. And it's not that these spells are bad either. For the most part, I like these spells. I just think we got kind of a rough hand here in the combination of the ones we got. Okay, we'll go... Oh, I'm going to take that base movement speed. Really gonna have to rely on these exploders. Okay, let's do... I'm not gonna do the armor stuff. Let's do... I don't really know what to take here. I guess Delayed Fate. Yeah, because I don't really get those, you know, I don't really get those bonuses from, you know, the ones that we take that I normally take when we play co-op, where we get all the extra damage buffs. We're not going to get any of those. So we're gonna have to rely on just our damage from our spells, because we're not really gonna get much through the augments or the relics. Okay, we'll do the health regeneration. Man, this is gonna be such this is just such an awkward build. I hate not having like a scepter mesh or something right now, or even like even an astral orbs would have been fine. Almost any spell would have been fine except the ones we have. Because I mean, astral orbs is good, but I have to put augments into that to make it do what I need it to do. And I guess that's the reality of picking Phantom Blades as our main weapon, is it's not gonna get any of that penetration ability that some of these other spells will. All right, let's go Rocky. I'm definitely gonna do spell size. I think spell size is gonna be a big one here. Spell size is gonna mean longer trails. See, like see, that's the kind of stuff I need to do. Just find an opening to get. Ooh, these beavers, man. I talked trash about them earlier in the game, saying they were like, they didn't really do much, but I've died a couple times to them now, and they're definitely, because you don't necessarily expect them sometimes. Like, they'll come up from the ground, I'll turn around. Like, they're good at when you second, like, if I stop and I decide to turn this way and a beaver's coming, that beaver's gonna hit me, you know, because you don't necessarily see them coming. And so you just, like, if you change movement, if you change directions, you're gonna run into that beaver. That's kind of what those beavers are doing. Because if you keep moving, they're really not an issue. But yeah, the moment you stand still, or the moment you just kind of be like, okay, I'm gonna go this way now, you know, like that beaver can get you. I did see that beaver, so that's why I didn't get hit by him. But you know, that's what's gonna happen here. All right, we'll do the legendary luck. I'm curious. I'm interested to see how this boss fight's gonna go. Do spell size. Give me a couple level ups here. I need to get Rocky Road. Base cooldown. Base damage. Alright, well, here he is. Right, here he is. Where is he? Where is he at? Okay, I see his pillars dropping, so he must be up here somewhere. Oh, there he is. So yeah, this will be a difficult boss fight, because literally the only thing that's gonna really be able to hit him, unless he gets right on me, is my Rocky Road. Because I doubt my other spells are really gonna be able to hit him. Maybe my Phantom Blade will get him like a couple times, but it's gonna be really hard to keep any enemies. You know, like any enemies in front of, not in between us. We're actually doing okay though, like damage wise. He's okay. I'm not gonna go that way. We're gonna have to go up. Hope that projectile doesn't hit me. Okay, it didn't. Man, a lot of really, really good cooldown reduction I've been getting here in this build. You know, this actually isn't going too bad. The damage is a little bit better than I thought it would be. Yeah, this might be a tough out. Yeah, that didn't actually go too bad. Was it amazing? No. See, I got stuck on that. I always get stuck on those things. But it wasn't bad. Okay, let's do Rocky Road spell size. So I want to get a damage on this again. Like, let's get... Ugh. Alright, well, I'll take the acid on that then. With this build in particular, too, you know, I really need to see those... I'm going to really want to see those fire upgrades. Okay, let's do more base movement. Spell damage. I should probably take critical damage more when it shows up because of this rocky road. So it's gonna cause critical hits on those like special little nodes that are dropping. So critical damage is probably a good pickup. I know I think we did get a legendary, like a 50%. Critical damage is 225. Okay, sacrifice. This should be an okay one with my current spells. You know, I don't have really any long range spells here. So they're mostly gonna have to run in here and just kill them. Hopefully without really getting hit. I think if I were to play out this game, like if I were to do like a 5 or 6 wave clear here, I do think this would actually probably be a decently strong build here, like toward the end of the game. Okay, let's do... So I think we'll do a little bit more Rocky Road, and then we'll go back into Phantom Blades, just for the many reasons, just for the one big reason I've stated many times. I need something to do more damage into the Horde. There's one more we can get. The Rocky Road causes explosions. So if we see that, that might be the last one we take. Luckily, Rocky Road just doesn't have a lot of augments needed. I don't really feel confident running like straight at enemies either, because I know I'm not really gonna kill them with my Phantom Blades. You know, like just keep running straight and just see. Oh no! Oh, come on. That was a horrible mistake right there. That was that was me trying to get too cute and shoot in his face, and then I just didn't move in time. Yeah, we'll take you, and then fire lightning? There's lightning at least. Ooh. Okay, I think there is another chest somewhere, actually, that I need to go get for killing that boss. And I haven't seen it over there, so it's got to be up top or to the right. Seal the rift. Shit. Let's see. I'm gonna run over here first. Yeah, here it is. Okay, no armor ones. Let's do... I'll just do the HP. The augments, the augments in this game, most of them are borderline useless. I wish more of the augments were a little bit more impactful, considering you only get 3 of them in the game. Like, I wish they would be like way more build defining items, because some of them I guess kind of are, like the offense defense, building into armor. You're gonna move slow, but you're gonna hit harder. So, like, that's sort of a build-defining item, you know? You get it, and then you start building your armor. But then a lot of the other ones are just, oh, if you have less HP, you can do more damage. It's just... And then a lot of the other good... Shit! A lot of the other good ones, A lot of the other good ones are mostly in co-op. That was an unfortunate death. Okay, let's do. I'm gonna re-roll. Let's do the additional projectile. What did I get? Is Campanelli cast 10 blades at the same time? Oh. So must have got a new skin for him then. Cool. I guess that shows that I never really did do. I've leveled up Phantom Blades enough, but I guess I never did it as Campanelli. Okay, well now I need to play a little bit more careful here, at least until my health gets back up a little. I need to probably at least get one augment on this broadsword too at some point, so it's not useless. Something to extend its size, like the upgrade where the longer it's out, or it increases its size at the end of its duration. And then there's another one where it slows its speed, like it slows its rotation, but increases its size. I should probably, at some point, get at least one of those. Because otherwise I'm just going to have this really tiny sword that doesn't do too much. Luckily we've been getting kind of bad quests. I've been getting a lot of sacrifices and seals. Okay, let's go Rocky Road. This is a good one to get, especially with my current build. Alright, so I still want to get more Phantom Blades because that's still what we're trying to do here. I'm still trying to mainly do Phantom Blades. So let's get an additional projectile if it shows up. Or I was gonna say we'll take one of these. Let's do the broadsword for now. So I guess this game does kind of turn into like a circular. This is why I do like co-op a little bit more too, because this game does turn into a circle simulator after a while. You know, it's just the best place to just kind of keep rotating around, picking up all my XP and killing my enemies. All right, let's do Rocky Road spell damage. A circle simulator too is probably the worst thing for my Phantom Blades. Phantom Blades needs to be a back and forth simulator. Ooh, this is a really good one. This is a critical chance. Spell damage, Rocky Road. We almost got this guy to 14, and then hopefully I can get fire or lightning. Our next objective should be here soonish. So same deal. I'll probably this time I'll probably do a reroll though for extra projectiles. If extra projectiles don't show up, I'll probably do a reroll for this one. I'll probably try to do, you know, every other one. Like let's make sure I get a projectile at least every other augment. That way I can still get this spell maxed out by the end of the run. Okay, crab, yes. Crab should be pretty easy with this one. Yeah, super easy. Oh no, but I can't see. Dang it, that's the... Holding still, get hit by a projectile. Okay, so let's do the additional... Yeah, dang it, that's why I hate standing still. And yeah, every once in a while I still do it and pay for my mistakes. Alright, let's do spell cooldown. Level-wise, I think we're doing okay on our spells. Astral Orb's a little bit low, but... Astral Orbs, I think, also doesn't even have one augment, so... I guess it's best that that's probably my lowest level spell. Definitely need more range. Is range an upgrade on these? I feel like the range is kind of low. Okay, we'll do the cooldown, and then let's do lightning. Yeah. I could use... Oh, well, no, what did I say? I said no defensive stats. Because I could use a little bit more HP, but... Nah. Not this run. It will go Rocky Road. So no more augments this clear, so we're gonna have to rely on killing the boss and then get to wave 3, and that may or may not be our final one. We'll see. I'll see how much time I have left. Okay, let's do XP gain. Wow, is that my first XP gain level up too? I don't think I've gotten any good XP gain level ups. Okay, Rocky Road is so close, so I just want to get Rocky Road. I think at least this build has showed me that I don't think I will ever pick Phantom Blades again. Unless the damage somewhat surprises me, but I don't think I don't know, it doesn't feel like it fits too well into what this game does. Because especially since all the enemies in this game follow you, you know? They're always right behind you for the most part. Oh man, should I just do double venom? I feel like double venom's not that good on this though. But what's the acid? What's like the glacial acid gonna do? But it just feels like Phantom Blades isn't a good weapon for this game in general. Because for one, forward facing weapons are almost always the worst weapons in these games. Like, look at Deep Rock Galactic, the minigun. The minigun's horrible. I don't think anybody says, oh, the minigun's my favorite weapon. Why? Because it sucks. Like, you don't want to... You're never running towards the enemies. This is a game where you are never running towards the enemies. They have too much HP. You can't kill them quick enough. And they shoot projectiles at you. So, like, you're not gonna run face... If you run face first into something, you're probably gonna get hit by a projectile. And you might not see it coming and all of that kind of stuff. So it's always best for these types of games to just run away, run in circles, zigzag, do different patterns. Those are usually the ways to go with these. And so when you have like a forward facing weapon, it's usually not going to be utilized to its fullest. Luckily, you can get an augment for this weapon to shoot it behind you, but that's really its only saving grace. Because I do feel like I'm only utilizing about 50% of this spell's potential for damage. And it's partially on the playstyle, but I think the playstyle adapts to the game, you know? Like, the playstyle I do is kind of how you should play this game. Yeah, we can do base. At least for, like, the best success, you know? Oh, whoop, don't die. See, and then sometimes what I just try to do too much is that's every time. That's every time I get hit. Usually it's the running back and forth instead of in a straight direction. That's usually the time when I get hit. You know, that actually went really well. That fight actually went really well. That he died relatively quick. It's like I am on hardcore, right? Sometimes I keep checking. Like I am on hardcore, right? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I can't tell if it's like my rocky road that's doing it, or if it's. I mean, it's definitely not my astral orbs. It could be a little bit of the phantom blades, but it feels like a lot of that damage is coming from Rocky Road. Should go back and do a straight up Rocky Road build again sometime. All right, let's do cooldown. So we can still, there's still a lot of augments in play here. There's still additional projectiles. There's still stuff for our astral orbs, and there's still stuff for the sword. So there's still a lot of ones in play here. Let's do the XP gain. Okay, complete the sacrifice. That one. I think that one should be fine. But these ones always have an inherent risk of just having the enemy so close to you that it only takes, like, at this point, it probably only takes one hit for me to die. And the enemies do get hidden well in the Rocky Road. They hide very well in it, so it's like Rocky Road's a death trap. Okay, that went very well. Okay, let's do additional projectile. So no more, like, there's no more relics in the game right now. So that's, again, why I kind of wish, you know, let's make those a little bit more build-defining ones. Not just a couple of them. Let's put some really, really important and really good, I'm talking really good. Like, how about, here's one. If we're running endless mode, every time we clear a wave, you get 15% damage bonus. Add some more stuff like that. They have stuff for co-op, so put things in for endless mode. Or, you know, you can add a thing where each wave the enemies get faster, get 10% faster, but you gain 25% critical chance. Let's add items like that. Those would be some good items. So then you're running the risk of, okay, the enemies are going to be faster, they're going to be quicker, they're going to close the gap on me more, but I'm going to get a bonus of 25% crit chance every time I clear a wave. Or, you know, every time you kill a boss, you get a bonus. Every time you kill a healer, one of those little healing guys, you get a 0.5% damage bonus. You know, just kind of spitballing here. Let's add some really good, let's add some really good game-defining things here. Or, you know, every time, there is sort of one, every time you dodge, you gain health, but let's change that one a little bit. Let's not make it health. Every time you dodge something, you, I don't know. You do a frozen explosion around you, and everybody gets frozen. Stuff like that would be way cooler. Okay, let's do the broadsword. All right, we'll do. I already have a couple acid. How much ice do I have? Do I just have one ice? We can go 2 ice then. So now I have 2. No, I don't have. Yeah, I do have 2 frost blades. I have frost on my phantom, and then I have frost on my broadsword. So I guess this is a frostblade build. What's the Lich King sword called? Is it Frostborn? Frostmorn? I might look that up. I'm gonna have to look up what his sword was called. Well, now I want to get a arcane broadsword upgrade here. There it is. Let's take it. Your spells increases size over time. There we go. See, and then if you pair it with the one where it slows its rotation, you know, then that's a good combo, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger. So what other relics do you think would be a good idea for this game? Or, yeah, relics. I think stuff where you kill things and you get stronger is a good idea. Especially, I would love to see some endless mode stuff. I think I like the 2 ideas I threw out. Every time you clear a wave or kill the boss, you get 10% stronger. Every time you clear a wave, the enemies get faster. You know, I think that's a good one. The enemies maybe get 10% faster, or spawn rates increase. You know, stuff to make the game sort of a little bit harder for everybody, but you also get a little bit of a bonus. I guess stuff like that would be hard to do in co-op, so maybe you wouldn't be able to put it in co-op. So then they'd have to have different parameters for different items. Because I don't think if I had a bad team, I don't think increasing increasing the enemy speed or making the game harder would be very beneficial, and they might not agree. Or maybe here's what you do. Here's what you do. Here's the idea. At the end of a wave, now this is not a relic idea. This is just something different that I was just kind of thinking of with that. At the end of a wave, your team has to vote on some sort of like game augment. Enemies get faster, enemies deal more damage, you move slower, but maybe add like a negative and a positive to each one and just totally randomize it. I think adding some sort of modifiers like that would make it pretty exciting. And then your whole team has to vote, just kind of like as a level up screen. You know, you get 30 seconds, you vote, and then whatever gets the most votes wins. If it's a tie, then you know you just randomize it. I think that's a great idea. I'm just trying to think of things to make the game a little bit more, I don't know what the right word is, just like different. Because I don't want all these runs to feel the same all the time. I would love to add a little bit more variety to this. Okay, let's do the spell damage. This one's really tough. This seal quest is so hard. Like, I don't really know how well I can do this without like taking a big hit or something. It's I get close, but I don't get close enough, and then I kind of have to see if I can sort of pull the enemies away. But then if I pull them too far away, then the seal starts to close too much. Oh man, that's one hit territory. Wow, okay, I don't think I can do this quest. I wasn't expecting to get hit for 1600 there. Damn. That quest is not fun. It's so hard solo. I know I'm gonna die if I try to do it again. I don't think I want to keep dying. Let's see if I can do kind of one last attempt here. I'll see if I can run sort of far away. I think the problem is I'm also a little bit too fast for this, so like the enemies don't really move that far away from the objective as I want them to. See, man, like it looks like I have a really good shot at doing it, and then they just kind of just overwhelm it a little bit too much for me. I'm gonna try my hardest to do this, but I don't, shit. See, I don't think I can. Oh man, okay, I died twice trying to do that. That was rough. I mean, I guess it was worth the effort, because augments are so important in this game, but man, that's not a good objective. That's so hard to do solo sometimes. Okay, let's do the base critical damage. So just like that, I used 2 of my revives. Okay, at least we'll have one more. We'll have one more augment before the wave ends. I really want to do a Frostmourne run now. I think that's going to be one of the next things I try to do. It might have to be a solo run again, though. Because trying to get ice on the broadsword could be a little tough. But I do like the idea of doing like a Lich King build in this game. Okay, so upgrades, I don't really know. I guess we'll see what pops up here for our next augment. I don't think I'm gonna do a reroll, although I guess it doesn't matter if I do a reroll, because it doesn't matter how much health I have at this point. It's one-hit deaths. I don't know if I have a particular preference. If I need more blades or if I want to do more sword size. Okay, we'll do the broadsword. I don't necessarily care for the burst. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do... I definitely think I'm gonna do sort of a Lich King. I kind of did... We tried to do some frozen builds before, but I definitely want to try to do one with the broadsword here. Just getting a frozen sword. Just kind of make it a little thematic. And we'll obviously... I'll just level the broadsword up a bunch. But I would love to get... I mean, it's nearly... The odds are really stacked against you to get double frost. But, you know, if I could get, like, frost and fire or frost and lightning, I think that would be okay. I think getting acid isn't very fitting. Getting fire on it doesn't seem super fitting either, but I still kind of think that could work. Ooh, that guy started blowing up before I wanted him to. Okay, let's do, yeah. Legendary base damage. Do cooldown. I haven't. Ooh, I did not look properly at that guy. I haven't been leveling up my Phantom Blades as much recently here. Still only, I got it to level 14 really quickly, but then it kind of just sat there in that level range for a while I leveled everything else up. What do you think is gonna do my most damage here? This is kind of an interesting, weird build for this sort of play style. All right, let's kill this boss. I think even one projectile kills me too if I get hit by a projectile. Astral Orbs, the only one I haven't gotten to level 14 yet. All right, sweet. Let's go one more wave. We'll go one more wave and then we'll call it. Assuming I can make it, you know. I am down to only one revive left, so at this point, I probably can't really... If I get the seal quest, you know, I probably shouldn't really try to do that unless it's early in the game. If it's one of the later quests, I should probably just ignore it. But I do think we need to do at least another round here to get some more augments. Because I know there's still some stuff we can do with these spells, so I want I want to do one more wave. Let's do one more. Because there's still a rocky road explosion. I am pretty sure we can get more projectiles on my Phantom Blade, and then I think we can do more spell size on... More spell size on this, on the sword. And there's still... I haven't even delved into... I haven't even gotten into astral orbs. But I guess we're just not going... We're not going to this build. What they should do too is, you know how they added those covenants? Here's some other ideas. Since that's going to be a thing, they can add covenants if they wanted to not have, to make it a true endless mode. Not have the waves refresh each time. Just constantly spawn the hard enemies. Don't have the game slow down at all. Like, that could be another... That could be a covenant if they wanted it to be. See, so this is gonna be kind of hard too, because I can't really see that well. This one's a little easier though, because I don't have to, like... I don't have to sit in there. You know? So, unlike the seal where I do have to sit in there. So honestly, that's probably it. Yep. All right, I'm just gonna take whatever shows up. Definitely not deal more damage, so we'll do Phantom Blades with more projectiles. I did want this to be a little bit more focused on... I think I still did a good job getting augments on this, but I definitely had to shift a little bit more than I wanted to. Because of the spells we ended up with. I could tell if I wasn't leveling up Rocky Road here, Rocky Road, it was going to be a little bit more trouble. And I think upgrading the broadsword too with this extended range is pretty helpful also. The spell choices just weren't there for this. And then my first 3 picks just kind of ended up being... Or I guess, yeah, my first 3 picks just kind of ended up being like, well, damn, how am I going to kill... How am I going to kill that enemy, like, in the middle of this, horde? There's no way for me to get to him. But like I said, I did say this earlier in the run too. I think the longer this run goes, the stronger this build gets. And it definitely does feel pretty strong at the moment. I think we killed the bosses relatively well. The only thing we can't really handle is Seal Quest. That's the only thing we can't beat. As long as we stay away from those. I guess we got a decent combination of infusions. I have a little bit of everything. I have some okay ice. I don't have enough fire. I would have liked fire on. Like, I would have liked the fire on the Rocky Road. Instead, I got double venom or double acid. But then I have a lightning fire phantom blade. I have a lightning ice broadsword. And then we have electric on our astral orb, which is still only at level 11. Not seal the rift. Okay, the crab. The crab's a good one. Okay, let's do... Yeah, let's go Phantom Blades again. This is a Phantom Blade build. I'm not sure how much more projectiles I can get on this thing, though. And I guess what the issue is, too, with this is, you know, what's it matter if I have all these extra blades if half of them don't hit an enemy sometimes? Whereas, you know, with something like, if you get the split projectiles, a lot of them are always going to hit something, or if you get falling stars, that's like an additional falling star is always going to hit an enemy. I think that's maybe why that's one of the best spells in the game. It's just guaranteed. No matter how many times you upgrade it, every single projectile is guaranteed to hit someone. Because even with the split stuff, if you split it too much, that does start to lose some of its damage, and sometimes you will see the splits just, like, they'll be attacking, like, the right side of the screen here, and you're just like, okay, did I really need to split that too much? Was it worth it? So there's definitely some downside to some of these if you put too much into them. Because it looks cool, but, you know... when half the screen is full of attacks and there's no enemies on that half, it's like, oh. This is a pretty solid build. I still would have liked to have, you know, instead of broadsword or astral orbs, I think if I could have gotten, I think if I had falling stars or scepter mesh, I think this would be a super good build. You know, keep Rocky Road, keep Phantom Blades, but then at least give me one other spell that was Scepter Mesh or Falling Stars. That's kind of the... Damn. That was kind of the one piece I feel like was missing. I get too distracted talking sometimes, and I walked right into that. Now I really need to play careful or else it's GG's. As I, like, just barely make it through those guys. Seeing, they need to do something... I think they need to do something with kind of the health stuff in this game. I don't really know what the right... I don't know what the right answer here is, but... You know, sorry, I have an itch on my arm. what's the point of the health potions in this game? Like, at least for, because the game is clearly wasn't built around like endless mode, and so sometimes some of the things it's like, okay, what do I need health potions for in this game? It doesn't matter really how much health I have, unless I somehow got lucky and I'm sitting on like 2600 health right here. These health potions don't do anything. Healing 200 health is absolutely nothing. They don't do anything in this game for me because I'm one-hit deaths. So they definitely need to do something different about those to sort of make them a little bit more relevant. Again, I don't know what the answer is, but I'm not the dev, you know. But seeing health potions drop right now isn't really... It's like, who cares? Because again, even if I re-roll, so you think like, oh, well, if you re-roll, you're going to lose your health. But it doesn't matter. Because I'm going to get hit for 26... I'm going to get hit for 1800, 1600, 2000, no matter what. It doesn't matter if I have full health, 1 health. It doesn't matter. I'm dead. I'm dead if I get hit. So the health potions in this game are literally useless. For right now. But again, it's... You would have to build your health up to like 2600 to maybe make them relevant. Alright, I don't want to do that. Let's do... See, like, I can re-roll and it's not going to matter. Let's do the explosions for Rocky Roads. So yeah, here's a health potion. Let's go get it, but Bill, one hit. At least I survived long enough to get my revive back. So we're only gonna get one more augment here. At this point, I guess I'm just kind of okay with anything. I did get a little bit of everything. I have good phantom blades, so I'm happy with where the phantom blades are at. The swords are decent-ish, you know, right now. I have the main ones for Rocky Road. I have the crit, the spell damage. I probably don't put anything into Astral Orb at this point. I think it's too little too late for you. So I guess if I could get another sword size, or even if there is an additional projectile, which I'm not sure if there is, but maybe. Okay, good. I'm really glad to see this one and not... I was afraid for our last one we were gonna get Seal the Rift, and then I would have been like, oh, fudge, I don't think we're gonna be able to complete this last one. This one should be okay. That was kind of risky. Because that's where I did the thing where I don't like to do, you know, you run one way and then you run back the other way. That's That's the key to dying. Okay, I just need one more statue. Alright, so what are we gonna get here? Guess we'll just do the burst. Alright, well that's it. That's our last augment. Let's hopefully kill the boss here, and then we will call it a day. This has been a good run. It definitely started off a little questionable. And I do think there's some things I think if I invested more into astral orbs, I think that could have made this better, but I didn't really want to. So, especially once I got Rocky Road, I kind of said like that was going to be my second spell I was going to invest in. But if we would play like a couple more waves here and get astral orbs with splits, this would be a really, really strong build. Unfortunately, we don't have time for that. I did like this run though. I was really afraid I wasn't going to. Just with the way we started, because we started so bad. But then I started seeing how quickly we were still killing the bosses, and then I was like, okay, maybe this build's not as bad as I thought it was. It seems like we're doing relatively decent damage. It's just not a horde clearing build, but it does do good damage. Oh my gosh. That guy almost got me. All right, let's do astral orbs. We're so close to getting you to 14. Let's just see if we can do it. The design and just the overall design and sound effects for these beavers are great. I really, really hope they add more enemies like this with some personality to them. I would love to see some of these other guys get sort of like some rework, or because the beaver really stands out now as a more active enemy compared to some of these other guys. You know, not all of them need crazy animations, but like the healers, you know, the healers could use something. They have a nice little animation, but you know, give them some nice sound effects. Like anytime they're about to do a heal, they go like, ah! You know, just like that. They could even cut that sound into the game if they wanted to. But there you go. Just give them some dumb healing sound. All right, boss fight time. Here's what I need to do. I need to get this explosion off. That wasn't as big as I was hoping it would be. Because the explosions do pretty good damage if you can land them on the boss. All right, let's do Rocky Road damage rate. He's having a hard time keeping up with us. Why is he's not like, here he comes. He's kind of hanging out in the horde too much. I'm not really able to get to him that well. Jesus, that scared me. I like literally jumped when I saw that bug right in front of me. This fight seems to be going a little longer. I seem to not really be able to get to him. Now we're getting to him though again. I can't hang out here too long because I'm at the bottom, so let's run out. More than halfway, he's almost there. This is definitely taking a little bit longer than the last wave. I'm not sure what it is. I guess the power curve just didn't really go in our favor. You know, I'm not really getting too much stronger here. The health isn't gonna matter. I think Rocky Road is probably the best, just the best upgrade here for this last one, because it's probably really the only thing that's hitting this boss pretty frequently. And at the moment, that's all I care about, is just killing this boss. Alright, he's almost there. This should probably do it this last... There it is! GG's! 4 waves cleared. Alright, let's give it to the bugs. The bugs always get the last laugh, you know, just to kind of make them feel good about themselves, so that way they keep coming back. You know, I don't want them to, like, man, they hit for 3,500. That's why those health potions are, like, why? Who needs health potions? Okay, so that was a good 4 clear run. Seemed relatively strong, not like insanely strong, but that was pretty strong. Okay stats here. There was nothing really of note here. I think the offense defense helped a little bit with our damage. I guess we did get pretty good cooldown rate. Critical chance was really low. My luck and XP gain wasn't like insane. My XP gain was actually probably really low. Damage wise, wow, look at that. That was really even across the board. That's probably the most even I've had all these spells. 16 million, 10 million, 14 and 17. This one actually did a lot of damage for one, not even hitting 14, and two, not even... How does this one do so much damage? Why does this one do so much damage? I don't think I got any augments on this. I didn't split it. I didn't burst it. How does this one do so much damage? Whereas something like Phantom Blade, I get slightly higher level. I get 2 infusions. I get pretty much full. I get full augments on it. And this one still like is way more impressive. Because this one could have did way more damage with more augments. I get this isn't hitting enemies all the time, but it's still a little disappointing to see the damage differential not be higher. Astral Orbs, maybe Astral Orbs is just too strong. Like I was shooting 1 orb and we did 10 million. Rocky Road was our number 1. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Broadsword did pretty good there too. So there we go, everybody. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I hope you had a good holiday. We might be doing 1 video a day for a little bit here until after the holiday season kind of passes. Then I'll be back up to my 2-a-days. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.